build a property tax protest application that's all automated. The only thing that you're going to have to do is actually create the analysis using your MLS, and then we're going to automate the communication to the county. We're going to automate the communication back to the client. We're going to use this as a lead magnet and then also create this through different opportunities inside of our CRM. Just to give you transparency, I had to build this ahead of time, but I am going to walk you guys through how to do it. Reason being is a more of a complex build. When I say complex build, there's a lot of things going on. I want to make sure you had a full product view and see what everything looked like today, but I'll walk you through the process to start with. Okay, first what I did to get a guideline of how to build this, I asked for AI to build me a complete build guide. I had a general idea of how I wanted to build this, but I asked for it to put together this guide for me, and then it already knows my information, so it branded it to me, and I'm going to share this guide with you guys at the end of the call. So when this comes through, you're going to see there's a table of contents, so overview and strategy. Today, we're going to use base 44. Reason I'm using base 44, there is no reason. We could have used Lovable. I just wanted to try a new tool and just kind of see what the differences were. Primary difference that I can see, if anyone's taking notes between Lovable and base 44, they're identical products. The only thing that's going to be different, base 44 is a little bit cheaper, so I think we're all going to love that. And you can build custom AI agents inside of base 44. The part that it lacks, you cannot connect it to different, try to say this in non-techie words. It's called a schema. It struggles to connect with schemas as well that Lovable does. So like back to the time that we were building the custom GPT to write our blog posts, it doesn't do as well as that for that purpose. In your mind, overall think base 44 and Lovable, same thing. If you already have Lovable, you can build this on Lovable. If you have base 44 and you're running base 44, I did this on a free version. I haven't paid for base 44, and we got a phenomenal product. I'll get to show you the whole thing. The one limitation that we're going to have since I'm on the free version, I'm going to then show you that screen. One sec. So there's me prompting. Here's base 44 loading up. You're going to see that when I push this out, bottom right corner, it says edit with base 44. I cannot get rid of that on the free version. Lovable, you can on the free version. So just take that into consideration. I'm going to close that off. I'm going to minimize you guys up here so I can see screen. Okay, so what we ended up building was free property tax protest help that we would then send to our clients. They're then going to fill this information out for first name, last name, email, phone, property address, city, county, zip code. What's the current assessed value? What's the proposed assessed value? Have you received your appraised notice value? If they click yes, we're going to get a drop down. They're going to provide us the link. And then is there anything wrong with your property that we should know about? Then they'll be able to click the button, request my free analysis. So let's go first, start, and how do we build that process? I'm going to grab the exact prompt that I used on Claude, so you guys can have that. And I'm going to put that in the chat for you guys. All right, so here's the code. Once that's done, I'm going to copy and paste this. And I would take this code and I would go into base 44 and I would copy and paste this. So what it would look like from the start with, you would do it on this page. Reminder, the website for this is app.base44.com. I would then put that code in here. I'm going to fast track that and I'm going to show you what that ended up creating. So you'll see that I put the code in here, or the prompt in here. Here's the original prompt. Then it did its build process for me and it told me what it's going to build. And then from that process, it's going to say, we're going to start building. It ended up building and building and building. And then it created the form. It created the status page. It created us different pages, our dashboard, our detailed view, and what we get here. So this is the first thing that it created for me of what I was able to see when it did that. I'm going to create a Google Doc for you guys so you guys have that code right now. And I'll share that into the chat for everyone so they have access to it. Let me share that so everyone has access. And now we open Zoom chat and then share with you guys. All right, there's that document for you guys, so you guys have the prompt. Now back to here. So here's the prompt. Let's go back into base 44. And what I ended up having to do, the portion how we map each of these fields back to CRM. I'm going to be doing this showing Azulio. Connor, back to your question, you may have to do email parsing back to first name, last name if you have like a bold trail lofty, since they don't have the custom fields that you can create. But I'm going to show you guys on what we would do inside if you have a CRM where you can make custom fields on what we would need to do. So the next step here would be going into your CRM and you would be clicking on your custom fields section. So custom fields. you're going to see here that I made a folder called property tax protest. And in that folder, I now have all these custom fields. The first one we created was property county, current assessed value, proposed assessed value, has appraisal notice, any property issues, protest request ID, recommended value, potential savings, the results link, and the notice of appraisal link from the county looking like this. So this link up here. So all that is now fields. And what we would end up doing is taking an automation and creating an automation with what's called a webhook. So you'll see that in the webhook here, I started the workflow out with called an inbound webhook. What a webhook is, it basically allows data to transfer over the internet, talking to one certain link, going to another link. So if you click on the inbound webhook, right here, this URL, I copy and pasted that URL. I went back to base 44 and I copy and pasted this and said, please use this as the webhook to map all data and send back to GHL, which is Go High Level, which is what Azulio is built on top of. If you have Go High Level and you don't have Azulio, you have access to do the exact same thing I'm doing right now. I would then press enter and send. Then once that is sent, you would then see this. That's the prompt I did right there. I'll add the Go High Level webhook to send the data forms are submitted. When results are delivered, here's what it is. Okay, so now great. Now I would jump back to here. So then from here, you'll see the request that came through. Here's the request. So you can see the whole thing that came through here. Great. I know that looks all techie and nerdy in code. You don't have to worry about that part. As long as you see your request come in, we're good. Save the trigger. Then from there, what you're going to do is you're going to create a contact. On each of these, each of those fields that we had inside of here, right? All these, we have to map those back to our CRM with an automation. So that all is what you're seeing right here. So when I clicked on first name, I clicked on this little special tag right here. You're going to have a pop-up that says inbound webhook trigger. You're going to click on that. Since the first one here is first name, I'm going to click first name. So I'm going to map the first name. Second one is last name. I would do the exact same thing, webhook, last name. Obviously, it's basically impossible to memorize every single field unless you have two different screens. I'm on a laptop right now in a hotel room, so I had to figure out what are all the things here. So what I did to reference that, you'll see when you click inbound webhook, it has all the different things here. So if I were clicking city, mapping to city here, I would just know the next one's county. So then when I got to county, I would click county here. And then I would say, okay, now I got to do county. Then the next one after that, okay, the next one's zip code. So I'll make sure I click zip code. So that one's county. Then I would go find, for me, I have postal code. That's what it says in Azulio. And then we go from there. Was there a question? Okay, we're good. So from there, I would then map all those fields. And then I would click save. Okay, so we've mapped the fields. We've created the contact. Now, the portion that I forgot that I'm just now realizing, we need to assign this contact to a user. So I'm going to assign all these to me in my CRM. So I'm going to click Save Action. Then from there, what we have to do is we have to set this up in the correct pipeline. When I say pipelines, some of you who may be Follow Boss users, some of you who are Lofty, some are Bold Trail, this would be like your deals section where you have to be able to customize it. So what that would look like, we're going to jump into there for a second and then come back to the workflow. Under opportunities inside of you're using Go High Level or Azulio, click on opportunities on the left. You'll click on pipelines on the top, and you can create a new pipeline. So this, when I got ready for you guys, I created property tax protest. And inside of property tax protest, I created these different stages. New requests, agent reviewing, comps added, analysis complete, letters sent, protest filed, complete, lost, not interested. So what I should be doing is actually turning this funnel chart off, so no negative results. The reason I did that is just for you guys on when you're reviewing your data, funnels are going to be positive outcomes. Pie chart is going to be all outcomes. Okay, so all of our stages here are then set. If you're watching the recording of this later on, pause at this portion and just create your stages. Now let's go back to the automation. I'm going to search back for my property tax workflow. Okay, so here it is. Now, from there, we've created the opportunity. When a new lead comes through, we're going to put them as the request as new request, and we're going to name the opportunity name, whatever their name is. These are called custom values. And the way that I did that, I'm going to show you real quick. Again, I would click on my tag, I would click on the contact, and I want to populate their full name. And then puts the code in for me automatically. I put a dash. I wanted to throw in the property address as well. So what I did there is the webhook address that came through, webhook address, click on property address, save. And now I updated manually. The opportunity source on this will be property tax protest. There currently is no value on this one. We could do a math equation later on, but to keep it simple for now, no value. Status of that is open. Great. Save action. Now I want to make sure that I tag all these leads appropriately. So what we're going to do to tag these leads appropriately are put tags, property tax protest, needs comps. Okay. We'll delete the needs comps later throughout the workflow to clean our data up. But to start with, we need to have that because now we can create smart lists off of these people on who we need to start creating things for. Also, keep in mind on this whole process, you're going to be cleaning your database up while you're doing this because the consumer will now be sending you their current address, their phone number, their email, everything you need to have as a quote unquote lead inside of your CRM will all be updated now because we're going to be sending this to them and bringing the data back into your CRM. So we're doing data cleanup at the same time as lead generation. So now we're going to save the action. So now once we have a new lead that comes through, we need to notify us, the agent, that we have a new lead. So I created what's called an internal notification. I sent this to myself via email and text. The one that we're on now is email.
Okay.
I'm going to label this action as internal notification email. The type of notification is email. The from name, again, that's called a custom value. The way that I did that. Was there a question? Okay. I'm going to click here. The from name, since this is from me, I would be the user. So I click from, full name. Now, the from email, if I were to delete that to show you guys, click on the tag again, user, email. So for all those that might be team leads out there who may have multiple different real estate agents on their team, this is the best way to do it. So you don't need to make new workflows for every single person or new emails inside of for everything, because this is based off who the assigned user is to the contact. All right, now who's this going to be sent by? Assigned user. Now here's the subject of the email: new property protest lead. And now here's all the details. Here's the homeowner's name. Here's the email. Here's the phone. There's the property address, the city. I put in the code for Texas here. What zip code? What county? What's their current assessed value? What's the proposed assessed value? What's the notice? And if there's any issues with the property. Now, here are my action items. I need to pull 3 to 5 comparable sales from MLS. I need to send to client and ask if they'd like help submitting back to
Yeah.
the county. I'm going to generate an analysis and letter. And then my deadline, the Texas protest deadline for us is May 15th. Got it. I have that set in my brain. I got the email notification. I did the same exact thing with a text message here. I sent that same info over, so I have it all in a text message as well. Now I'm going to assign myself a task. So I did, just so everyone knows here, how you add a new action. These are called actions. The little plus button here. I would then type task. I would click task. This pops up. And then I would edit the item here. So I labeled it task to pull comps and send CMA. Contact name needs comps for that address. The new property tax protest for custom value, the full name. Pull 3 to 5 MLS comps and send to client. Start preparing letter using template for county as well. Got it. This is due in 1 day. We're assigning it to the contacts assigned user. Awesome. Okay, cool. Now we've got the workflow set up. What we have to do now is test it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to allow someone to volunteer themselves so it's not fake data coming from Matt Kemps. Is there anyone here who wants to come off mute and do be a volunteer that wants me to send their data through so they can see what it looks like? No one needs to be shy here. If we are shy, I'm going to do myself.
I can give you information.
Let's do it. I'm looking at Zoom so I can't see you. What's your first name?
Judy, Judy.
And then your last name?
Vessels, Vessels.
Awesome. What's your email?
Judy@judyvessels.com.
Awesome. Phone number?
972
Yep.
815
Yep.
7325.
Phenomenal. Okay. Property address. Are you in Texas by chance?
Yes.
Okay. Give me the property address.
1022 Palm Desert Drive.
What city are we in?
Garland.
Okay. The way I built mine is going to be for, this is going to be wrong data. I'm going to put Williamson for now. I know you're not in that county, but now give me your zip code.
We're in Dallas.
Yep.
75044.
I have played Firewheel Golf Course too many times, so I've been to Garland a bunch.
I'm right in Firewheel.
Oh, you are awesome. Okay. Current, if you were to guess, current assessed value, we can make a number up here.
479.
Okay. What do you think the proposed assessed value is for 2025?
It just leave it at 483.
You got it. All right. And then I'm going to use a fake link for now, grabbing from my county, just so it's fast. We're going to grab this one and then go back. And I'm going to say that was your link. Now, if there was anything wrong with the property, you would know that. I'm going to just say TBD.
No.
Okay. I'm now going to click request my free analysis. Awesome. A request has been received. So you'll now see it says, thanks, Judy. Matt Kemps from Lovable Realty Group will pull comparable sales and have your protest analysis ready for you within 48 hours. Check your email for updates, next steps. So now what I'm going to do, I just got an email. I'm going to show you my email real quick. And let's go to inbox. There's the email I just got. New protest from Judy Vessels. I got to fix a little bit of code right here. I got double names. So here's her email. Here's the phone. Here's the property address. Obviously, county's wrong because I have it set for my area in Austin. Current assessed value is 479. Proposed assessed value is 483. Has notice, yes. Issues noted, TBD. Here are my action items to complete. Now, let's make sure that the same data went back to my CRM as well. We're going to go back to the workflow. We're going to see if her enrollment is here. Judy came through right here. Awesome. So she went through the workflow. Now, next step, let's go make sure that she was created as an opportunity. I'm going to go to my property tax protest pipeline. There's Judy right there. Here's all of her details. And now what my next step would be agent reviewing. So I'm going to update that step to agent reviewing. Okay. Update. There is no automation yet on agent reviewing. That's just an update that we have to do manually. There will be a step here when we do to analysis complete. That's our next workflow I'm going to show you guys. So then what I would do from here, I would go run my comps. I have her as a lead. She's updated her info for me. So now you're going to see that I have her as a contact in here. It created her as an opportunity for me on the right side over here. Phone number's here, email's here, contact status is lead. Now, if I scroll down here and I go to property text protest, these were the custom fields we created. I have her assessed value. I have her proposed assessed value. Here's the link to that document. Property issues TBD, recommended value, potential savings, results link. So now what I would do here is I'm going to fill in her recommended value. Let's say I ran the comps and let's say I put it at 400. Let's say we were saving you a ton of money, 450,000. Propose 450,000 minus 483,000 would be 33,000. Results link. I know we have to do that at the property tax rate and how much money she would save. Let's save time for that later. And I'm going to click save. Now what I would do, go to my opportunities, and I would then move this to comps added and analysis complete. What I want to first show you is the automation we need to build to make sure that we automate the process to notify her. So we're going to go to property tax protest. And here's the second workflow we need to run. You can see that I didn't do anyone else besides Judy. The total enrolled in this was one person. Now we have to do Judy again here on phase 2. But I don't need anything else from Judy because I got the information I need. We're going to start this workflow by a trigger change. We're going to move this to analysis complete, and then this workflow will then trigger. We're going to send an email to Judy, And it's going to say your proper protest letter is ready. Now we're going to say, great news. Your property protest analysis is complete based on comparable sales in your area. I recommend protesting your assessment from blank to blank. Your potential savings is blank. Now, since we filled in those values on the contact, it's going to pull it here and insert the custom value there for me. I don't need to do anything except for just move the opportunity stage. Your protest letter and evidence summary are ready. Following this email, I'll be sending you a full protest letter ready to submit to the county or provide during your hearing. What's included? A professional protest letter ready to submit, comparable sales evidence summary, ARB hearing script if you need a formal hearing. Your next steps are download and review the letter, sign and submit to the county appraisal district by May 15th. Let me know if you need any help with the hearing. If you have questions, just reply to this email or call me directly. Custom values with my name, custom value with my phone, and my signature. Awesome. Then we're going to send her a text and say, hey, your protest is ready. Please review the email I just sent you. Internal notification. Hey, this is now coming to us, the real estate agent. Contact name, which would be Judy, has been emailed and texted to protest their value with your analysis. Please ensure that the formal letter and analysis have been sent to them as well. This is not included in the workflow. Okay. The formal letter has to be a manual action that we do. If you want to automate that, I know how to do it. I just didn't want to overcomplicate that process for you guys during this call. Now, next, update opportunity. Once we have received this, we're going to say the letter has been sent. We're then going to wait 3 days from this time period. Then we're going to send an email reminder. Hey, did you get your protest filed? And we can send them a reminder. Then it's on you, the real estate agent or an AI agent that you build to handle the conversations, to handle those conversations with the person there. But you've done everything you can now to give them new value, consistent communication to them with all the different things you need. And we're going to go through that exercise with Judy right now. Instead of a double name here, save. And what I can do simply here is I'm going to click onto the opportunity. I'm going to move this to analysis complete. Now you're going to see that there's new communication going through with an automation that's being updated. So now I just sent this email. Judy received that in her email. Hi, Judy. Great news. Your property tax protest analysis is complete. Based on comparable sales in your area, I recommend protesting your assessment from $483,000 to 400. I missed a zero. But it would say 450,000. Your potential annual savings is 33,000. Your protest letter and evidence summary are ready. Following this email, I'll be sending you a full protest letter ready to submit to county or provide during your hearing. What's included? Again, this is that same email we just put together in that workflow. All that automated. Only thing I do is run the comps, provide the original link from here on social media, send it out as a campaign, send it as a text, do our marketing however we want to do it. But now the entire process was automated, and Judy helped me clean up my database so I have the correct contact information and the correct address for Judy on file. All right, I'm going to go off screen share for a second. I would love questions. I would love feedback. Is this something you guys would absolutely want to do?
Yes.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool was that?
Very cool. Extremely cool.
So where I think it's super powerful is just more the fact that it cleans up database more than anything else. I know we all have contacts inside of our CRMs where it might say -- whatever variables are there, and then we just have totally messed up data. This cleans everything up for us and makes the process super simple. So the part that I haven't shown you guys yet, inside the prompt that I gave you guys, let's go back to base 44. Inside of here, the prompt actually created us dashboards as well. So now you're going to see inside of here, I actually have a separate dashboard if I want to view it. See how Judy's in that dashboard now? I could change her from new requests. I can change her to whatever it might be. Here was me doing some testing this morning, but I have a full dashboard available for me of where everything is. I can search it from here. Again, it's not super needed, but it's cool that it created for us in this application because everything's potentially going to our CRM. If you want to create this as your primary dashboard and play with it from there, be my guest, go right ahead. But it's so powerful that we have tools like this that create things that are like this that we can do. See on protest, Here was the original page that we have. And then from here on status, nothing there yet. Okay. So we have to update that portion. But the part where it's fun, so on the top right corner, I have not put this to any domains yet. I can put a custom domain to this. So let's say, for example, I wanted to put it to my team name is Lone Wolf Realty Group. Let's say I did LWRG property tax protest.com and I bought that domain. I could then assign that domain to here, share that domain out on social media, put it into my story, put it into a post, put it into make a YouTube video, send it to on a marketing email that you guys, whether it's MailChimp, you're using Azulio's marketing campaign, you have a marketing campaign, your CR, whatever it is you're using, put it inside of there, send it directly to all, and then show them and create them a timeline that looks like, hold on, I gotta move this bar, I'll show you. Is this it? Yes. I ended up just making a calendar. So on January 1st, this applies to Texas. Validation date, all properties are appraised. As of this date, a tax lien automatically attaches to the property. April 1, appraisal districts begin mailing notices of appraised value for single-family residences. April through May, notice of appraised values arrive in mailboxes. Property owners can file protests. The deadline for appraisal district to send notices of appraised value for commercial and other properties is May 1. The May 15th is the protest deadline. The protest deadline. File your protest by May 15th or 30 days after your notice was mailed, whichever is later. Now, from May to July, you're basically having your informal meetings or formal ARB hearings to resolve protests. Then from there, tax bills are mailed October 1st, payment deadline January 31st the following year. To me, this is like having the calendar, creating this into an email campaign, use that for your marketing to update everyone, notify them when the dates actually happen, be the market expert, and that's our process. So in this call, I'm trying to make it to show we're doing marketing, we're cleaning up our database, we're using AIs for our tools to help us organize and do marketing, and this should basically increase your lead conversions, and it makes it very easy to have smart lists that you can create of the people who are interacting with who you now have easy conversations through your SOI that you're now reactivating the SOI that you may have not talked to and dropped the ball on. This makes it very easy for that process to happen. All right. We got 20 of you on the call right now. We got that done in 30 minutes. I want to use this time for questions. There's no way there's no questions. So I would love someone to have a question. I would love to help you guys. What is it you need from me?
Matt, now that you've got my email, will you send me that link that's in the chat? Because I'm watching you on my phone and
Yeah.
I want it in my email.
Absolutely. So what I'll do at the same time, I'll build an automation too on YouTube. Anytime someone comments prompt, I'll send it to you automatically too. But yes, I will send it to you directly. Anyone else here have any questions?
I would like to see other videos that you have, Matt. Is this your first one? I mean,
No. So you can go to my YouTube channel.
I put it in the
There's
chat.
several others that we've done.
Okay.
I think Joe Grant put it in the chat.
Yeah, YouTube
And then-
channels in the chat.
And then if you guys ever want to set up time with me directly, again, I always give the option to have that as well. I'll put that link in the calendar for you guys as well, or in the chat as well. Let me grab it real quick. There's that link. That goes right to our calendar.
Okay. I understand this is your new AI thing. How long have you been building this out, and when is it live or?
Are you referring back to Azulio or are you referring back to this? Azulio's been a company for about 9 months now. I built this for my team about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago now. And then we've just been growing across the US.
Okay. Very cool. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
So I had one question about the, you saw that thing I put in the Azulio lab about connecting it. Is it easier to connect that Lovable website to an email where you could have something come through the email, or and if the CRM didn't allow it?
As long as if you can connect it that way, as long as your CRM allows for what's called email parsing.
Okay.
So you just got to check to see if the CRM allows for email parsing. If it does, then it can send the data via email through to the CRM, and then you could probably map the data that way. Just do like a quick AI search and look to see if let's say if it's Bold Trail or Lofty, look to see if they have email parsing, and then on the customization how to handle the email parsing and how to align the data fields.
Okay, would that be through code or just through?
It would be through not like hard code. It'd be like a drop down you get to map the field.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
I've never done it inside of Bold Trail or Lofty, but Happy to, if you need something, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. All right, guys, I got that done faster than I expected. I'm going to send you guys, anyone who responds back to the text message I sent out this morning, does the Q&A portion get cut from the video? I'll make it happen, Joe.
All right. In that case, so I get it that most of this is, hey, Azulio base, but Connor brought up a good point, and I'm willing to bet you got some folks, at least here in your earlier groups, that don't use that CRM.
Yeah.
I know how to use Zapier and hook almost anything up to Bold Trail, but I'm not sure everybody else here would know that. So that would be something to go over, but that wouldn't really be something for the Azulio channel.
No, that's fine. We can still talk about that. So what we can do in regards to Zapier, you would then connect base 44 to Zapier. That'd be your first trigger. It would need to have the code from your base 44 inside of that Zapier. And then inside of there, the events you would be sending would be back to Bold Trail, Loft, whatever CRM is you have. You would then set it up in there. And then through that process on Zapier, I don't remember how much it costs percent per event. I don't have that off the top of my head. I can look real quick. Percents. I'm doing pricing.
Well, their plans are pretty much $20, 60
$20 a month, and then to send each one over is roughly 5, depending on the event, 5 to 17 cents each send. But then what you do, so the first application you would choose is Lovable or Base 44, depending on what you pick. Then from there, on the right side of the screen, it's then going to show you what field is you want to fill. So like on ours, we have first name, last name, email, phone, property, everything you would see. You would just need to then type in each one of those items. So you would type them all in. And then on the second part, you would select the CRM of what you're sending back to the CRM. On Zapier, you would select, let's say Bold Trail was where you're sending it to. You would then click Bold Trail, and then you would map the fields to first name would then have to be first name in Bold Trail. Last name in Bold Trail would be last name Bold Trail. And then that whole portion of how it goes down. And you just map the fields so that it talks to the right fields. And then in case anyone wants to have the techie verb for that, those are called events. Events get sent back and forth. Joe, thanks for asking that question. I appreciate it.
I'm technically challenged. Do you have anything that you have put out there that I like your efficiency? I can understand it. I like how fast it goes, but for me to sit there and do this, then do that, and do, do you have a video out there for that?
For what we just talked about in Zapier?
Yes. How to connect it all together.
Yes. So 2-part answer. Yes, I absolutely can make a Zapier video on how it works and map it. I'll make a custom video for that and put it on the YouTube channel. Part 2 of that, if you're struggling with the portion of it, you're like, hey, I don't want to do this. That's the whole value prop of Azulio. We do it all for you.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Are you targeting primarily residential or commercial as well?
Both.
Okay, awesome. Love it. Thank you.
Yep. Any others? All right. Well, we're going to get some time back to your day today. So I'm going to give you 20 minutes time back. I'm going to wrap this up, and then the video recording will get out, I'm going to guess probably tomorrow morning. And then I'll work on the Zapier one to show you guys that on a video. And then I'll send that back out to everyone via text and email once those things are done. I want to confirm everyone here on this call received my text this morning. If you didn't, put it in the chat, and I'll make sure to add you to the list. Okay, great. I'll keep sending that same list, and then I'll update you guys when I get stuff going.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Hit subscribe and turn on notifications for weekly AI marketing strategies with Matthew Kemps.